Hey guys, my name is JB and today we're going to be doing something awesome. Today I'm playing the Stanley Parable, a game where you go around as a guy and do all sorts of crazy wacko business. So let's get right in. Never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's loading. It's taking forever. It's only been a couple seconds. Usually it doesn't take this long. I tried to record earlier, and my computer decided to be a total douche when it just shut down on me, and the screen went just went lines. It just shut down on me before I even could get to the choice doors. If you know and played the Stanley Parable already, I didn't even get to the choice doors when it bugged out.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Shh.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
And we are in the now. Okay, so pretty much this is a game where you go around and you do all sorts of things. And I'm gonna explore my office. What's this? Something I cannot use. Chair? Never mind.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, of course.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Guys, where are you? Stop playing funny with me.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Well, how about you screw off then? Because I'm trying to look for my coworkers, and they could be under a desk, in a filing cabinet, or who knows elsewhere. Ooh, doors.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Should I listen to him this time? Okay, I'll listen to him this time. Next time we're going to do the exact opposite. In the next one. Not the next episode, but the next round.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Where is everybody?
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What's with all the red markers? Ooh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, what is this? The executive bathroom. I want in. I'm an executive.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put some buttons. How about a 2? Maybe an 8. Maybe a 4 and a 5. Yeah.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Yeah.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This looks cool. I like it. Look at this place. Is there anything over here? No. Here I go. A bit rusty. Need some work. Okay, so I'm just saying this is real cool so far, and I'm just gonna keep on playing this. If you guys have any tips for the next episode, or what should I do, please say in the comments below.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Why do I have to
Why
push
did he
buttons
feel
all
this
day?
now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Here we go. Ooh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. I want to escape, but that's so cool. What should I do? I'm gonna do this. If you guys want me to do the escape route for the next video, please say so. It's a giant dark place. I can give you that. Let's see here. It's a button. I'm gonna press the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
That's deep. Ooh, look. A thing.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Ooh, elevator.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Maybe.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
No.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Maybe.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Yeah.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Yeah.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
You think I really want to leave? But this is a nice modern place. Oh, bird. I'm gonna follow bird.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley, he was happy.
Yeah. So we completed the freedom ending. I think that there are more endings out there. I believe so because you can go through the door on the right. Now I'm gonna completely disobey him. Completely.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Ooh, awaiting input. Yeah. So I have played this game before a long time ago when it was an early beta. And actually no.
When Stanley came to a
y'all.
set of two open doors, he entered the door on his
Why
left.
don't we just stop right here? Okay, so pretty much I played this game after I watched Jacksepticeye and Markiplier play it, and I fell in love with the game, and once I figured out I got OBS Studio and everything and I got it all set up, I figured I should be doing my first game series will be the Stanley Parable. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go through the right door this time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
and Stanley
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Maybe. Who knows?
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Should I? No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
And look who's talking.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been a... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yeah.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay. I'll do it this time.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Okay.